Hi, I'm gonna go straight to the point of why I'm making this video. I feel compelled to make this for a very important reason. And I'm gonna take you to the board I have behind me in explaining to you the case that I'm having to deal with in the Philippines. In the beginning of 2023, last year, I saw a video on YouTube of this guy trying to uh, trying to recruit someone to invest in a Grab business in the Philippines. Now, I went home to the Philippines in 2023 to meet with the guy who I thought had a legit Grab business because I wanted to invest and help my countrymen. So, after chatting with this particular guy on Facebook regarding his Grab business, it sounded legit. I thought I did enough due diligence to investigate to ensure that this business is legit and it's not a scam. But this particular guy, I'm going to tell you right off the bat, is a professional scammer. Really, really got me. And like I said, I thought I did my due diligence. I thought I did enough to ensure that I don't become victims of criminals as scammers. So I went home, met up with him and his partner and his son. Now, so we talked and talked and talked, right? And then, long story short, I went ahead and invested money in the Grab business. The main reason I even entertained the thought of investing back home, even though I do not live there anymore, I have 4 children in America. I have been here for about 4 decades. So I don't really have a lot vested in the Philippines. But after the lockdown, after the pandemic, I thought it was, in some small way, it was a good way to help kasi alam ko maraming naghirap after lockdown. So the thought of me having this fleet of cars to have someone drive it and then they make money and they just give me whatever the daily cash that they would deposit to my GCash and all that fun stuff. If you guys are not familiar with the Grab business, I will make another video about this, but I think most Filipinos understand how the Grab business works and how drivers makes money and how the owners makes money, all that fun stuff, right? So now that's just the backstory, but please follow me, subscribe on this channel because I will give you an update on everything on this case because literally this has become a perfect crime for a lot of reasons because of a lot of people just jumping in to take advantage, very opportunistic people that are taking advantage and taking, my misery as their victory. They are just people that, when, the kasabihan ng Tagalog, nadapa na nga yung tao, tinatadyakan mo pa. In other words, because of this miserable situation that I got myself into, because of a smooth criminal, a smooth scammer, a guy named Buffy, I'm going to call him Buffy, I'm in this dilemma. I'm in this very bad predicament. And like I said, how can you possibly do that? I'm thinking, kapag may nakikita kang tao na alam mong nadapa na nga, sisipain mo pa. I think it's a really sad reality that there are people, Christian also, these are Christian people that talks about scriptures and does Bible study and are the one that literally just kept on kicking me as I'm already down. So let me explain to you who these people are and how they're connected to this perfect crime that they've crafted. So I feel that if I just walk you through the board here I think you will be able to understand and you would be able to connect the dot on how these people are are how these people played a role in this crime, or how some of these people have been an instrument in helping me expose this particular scammer. Okay, I'm going to start from the very top, which is the main person. So again, it all started with this guy posting a video on YouTube trying to sell a car. He has a showroom in Quezon City. Okay, I'm going to start his name. I'm going to call him. These are all, by the way, not the real names, because he already tried to sue me for libel after stealing 5.2 million of my money. Okay, 5.2 million pesos. And he has the audacity to sue me for libel because I pushed back, because I got angry. I guess to him, how dare I have a burst of emotion after getting scammed for that amount? We're not talking about 100,000 pesos or 1 million. We're talking about 5.2 million plus, plus, plus. Okay, here, his name, we're going to call him. Once again, all of these names are not the real names, but I'm going to tell you, this is Buffy. He's the one that took 5.2 million of my money. Okay, thinking I was investing it in a Grab business because we were going to be helping guys to have some income who was going to drive the car, right? So, and his son, I'm going to call him Ajar, okay? Because he has a lot to do with his scam. They are partners. They are partners in crime. His son is literally being honed to follow his footsteps. And I can tell you that with certainty, because he's already done things that helped him with scamming me. Okay, so on this side this would be like his family. This is his son, and I'm gonna call this other guy Seth, which is his supposed senior manager for his supposed company. Like I swear, this guy is like, he thinks he's a big deal. He thinks he's a CEO of a multi-billion-dollar company, and Seth is supposed to be his senior manager, like he's handling some billions of dollars in revenue. OMG. And this lady, I'm going to call her Lenny, is, I guess, his live-in girlfriend, partner, fiance. I don't know, because he has an ex-wife. Okay, Buffy has an ex-wife, and one of the reasons that I come to find out that why she became an ex-wife, it's because of his scam. Because that ex-wife of his went to jail for similar case, car related. Now, to the right side of Buffy right here, the first one is Asur. Asur is a very good friend to Buffy. Winsher is also friends with him, but these two are brothers. Asur and Winsher are brothers. And there's Rimacel. All of these people, Rimacel, Winsher, and Asur, are from Mindoro. These are people from Mindoro. The reason these people are being mentioned, it's because when I went home to the Philippines the second time to meet with Buffy, he knew he was kind of in trouble, that I kind of caught on his crime. So he invited me to take a trip, of all places in the Philippines, Mindoro. We had to drive hours and hours from Manila to Batangas to catch the ferry to get to the island of Mindoro. That was exhausting. But that's beside the point now. So I agreed to go with him because to him, he said there was a business presentation in Mindoro that, and also we were going to meet a lot of their friends who they have helped. So I will tell you on my other video about the Mindoro people that he's bragging about to really get me to believe that he's a real deal, that he's a big time, that he's a big shot. Okay, so those are the people. Okay, so it all just started with him posting this video on YouTube, and this is his family that I got to meet for when I visited for the first time. When I went back to investigate where the hell my 5.2 million went, this is trip number 2 when he took me to Mindoro and we went to Mindoro and I got to meet these 3 people. Now, here, there's one more person here on the left side of his name. That's not family. I'm going to call her JS. JS was supposed to be the accountant, and she's also like a lawyer, but she was an accountant to his company, whom he did not pay. So JS left the company. And when I went and met with these guys, I'm going to put JS down here as also one of his victims. Okay? She became victim of him. So when she realized that Buffy was scamming me by the millions, she couldn't stomach all that. She felt she needed to get away from them, from these people here. In a way, she tried to help me. Okay, so she knows what's happening inside the company, and she knows what was happening with me and what they were doing to me, and that's who Jay is in this perfect crime they have crafted. Okay, now these are the 3 people from Mindoro. Here, I'm gonna connect 2 people to Rimasel. Rimasel works supposedly, or she said she works for the Congress. So it sounds like she has connections to people, right? So Rimasel offered to help me get a lawyer to try to recoup my money from the scammer. So she introduced to me her fraternity brother, because Rimasel also was once a law student, okay? But she never became a lawyer, but she has this group of lawyers that are her fraternity brothers and sisters because they went to college together or whatever. And this is when she said, we will help you, connect you to a good lawyer and a judge. There's the judge, and there is attorney Moana. I'm going to call her Moana. Now, let me go back to attorney JS, who was Buffy's company's accountant. Okay? Now, when everything was going ugly already, that's when I came back to America. Well, I was chatting with JS and I said, hey, are you able to help me find a good lawyer so that I could ask to help me address the issue so we can go about it the legal way. Okay? So the lawyer she recommended were also her like coworkers. Okay, now this is gonna get interesting. Now I have a lawyer, so my lawyer, there's like 4 of them, 4 men lawyers. I'm gonna mention men because how I switched from hiring male lawyers to female lawyers for a lot of interesting reasons. So then JS told me, okay, these are lawyers that are Ateneo graduate. So I thought, okay, great. But again, I never felt I needed a super awesome lawyer because I have not committed a crime. I just wanted to get my money back, and Buffy refused to give it to me. So then I had to go about it the legal way and hire a lawyer. And so my lawyers sent him a demand letter. So that demand letter was sent and all that. And we're waiting and all this. And then he, oh my God, I don't even know how to tell this to you. So then my lawyer sent him a demand letter to just like return my money or give me my cars that he was supposed to give me for the 5.2 million that I supposedly purchased a car ready to go. It's already grab ready. So anyway, but this is just a video of showing you or connecting you to the people that are involved. Okay, but I do have another video that explains to you the crimes that they have committed, all the financial losses that I endured because of this scammer and because of everyone that took advantage of my misery. Okay, so I have a lawyer, right? So then Rimasel found out that my lawyer hasn't gotten any results from all the demand letters that we sent because, again, Buffy ended up hiring a lawyer to counter, well, not sue me yet because it was a demand letter. His lawyer sent me a demand letter to pay him 20 million pesos of lost revenue because I pulled out on a deal. Come on, that's another topic. Okay, we're going to talk about that. This is how freaking ridiculous this human beings, how dare I even call him human beings? Because the crime he's crafted is worse than an animal. Literally. Now, so then Rimasel says, hey Maria, I have been informed that nothing has happened to your case with the money and all this. I have a lawyer. You just need to come home and meet with them and so we can get your case going. I understand how difficult it is for you to have to deal this case, especially you're long distance away and it's difficult. And the way it works in the Philippines is that it's all about connection. And of course, I know that. I was born in the Philippines. I'm 100% Filipino, but I haven't been in the country for about 40 years. But that said, I still thought, I do know, I've heard about the whole, in the Philippines, it's not about what you know, but it's who you know, which is really sad that that's the way the culture, the country works. Now, so I took that trip back to the Philippines. Trip number 3. Then they told me, they as in Rimasel and the judge who is her fraternity brother, okay, they told me I just had to let go of my lawyers who JS recommended. Ateneo graduate, they were awesome guys. We had Zoom called, we have spoken, I have given them the acceptance fee. I paid those guys already to handle my case. But then Rimasel said, the way it works in the Philippines, you have got to have connection. And I know a judge who will help us. Ooh, that's the judge, right? So then I said, okay, why doesn't the judge work with my lawyers? The lawyers that I've already hired and I've already paid. But then Rimasel told me, no, because judge, he has his own lawyer that he works with, which is attorney Moana. Okay? So then, okay, I guess it was just money lost because it's not like the acceptance fee was refundable. No lawyers is ever going to give you a refund once you hire them to take on your case, right? So that's what judge and attorney Moana became a part of this perfect crime. Once again, you will hear what they have done. I'm just making it short for a reason, okay? Because this video needs to be watched, and I'm asking someone to watch this so that I can explain my case better. The reason I feel compelled in making this video is because I have had to change many lawyers already. And I keep having to retell my story. So this way, I could just tell everyone, this is what happened. This is not my story that I'm creating, that I'm writing. This is not a story that is scripted, that is written. This is what transpired. This is what took place in the Philippines with those scammers. Okay, now I'm down here, that's the judge and the lawyer. And Winshare, who is the brother of Aser. Aser is kind of a very good friend, or they were close friends with Buffy. Now, this guy has a funny role in this crime. He is connected to Pedea. Pedea, I don't even know what to tell you. I've never heard of that term, Pedea. I didn't know what it meant, what it stood for. I didn't know it meant something for the drug, something drugs related, right? That's what the Pedea department is. And this manager, or I don't know, colonel, like the boss, the big boss for Pedea, is supposed to be his godfather. It's supposed to be Wensher's godfather. I'm gonna call him Belvere. Okay? Now, the reason that's important, okay, but I'm also gonna just mention here one more thing with regards to the people that Rimasel brought into me to supposedly help me with my case is Colonel Berbar and Bennett. Okay? Colonel Berbar is her first cousin. He's a colonel. He's about to get promoted to be a general, is what she told me. So he's a big time. He should be able to help me, right? And then there is Bennett. Bennett is the guy who's supposed to be running Buffy's grab business. Bennett is also related to Rimasel. Okay, so all of these people, Bennett, Colonel Berbar, Winsher, Aser, they are all from Mindoro. Okay, so now those are the people. The reason I put Winsher here is because when we had all these cases going on already, because this case has been going on for about 2 years now, Buffy got freaking desperate. I mean, desperate to a point that he hired Winsher to kill me. Yes, there is death threat on my life just to try to avoid in giving me back my 5.2 million pesos. This is what Buffy is doing. Okay, now, the reason Winsher did not do the job that he was hired to do by Buffy, it's because somewhere in that meeting with the people from Mindoro, I became friends with them. They have befriended me to a point where I helped them. Sometime last year, supposedly Winsher, which is the brother of Aser, which Aser is close friends or close confidant to Buffy, he called me, okay? Like, this is really interesting. Winsher and his mom, his mother, messaged me and said, "Hey, boss, can we talk to you? We need your help. Is it okay if we call you?" Right? They're texting and they're messaging me on WhatsApp. And it's like, oh gosh, why does the mom want to talk to me? The mom got on the phone and we're talking, right? Crying. She's crying, asking for help that her son was diagnosed or was told by the doctor that he has cancer. Cancer. And they needed 50,000 pesos just to go to Manila to get a second opinion, because they're like, oh my God, I don't, like, because the mom was like, oh my God, I don't want my son to die, if you can help me. And from the goodness of my heart, I went ahead and helped and sent that money ASAP. I sent the money the same day they asked for it, not because I have surplus, but because I felt the urgency, the need. It was like an emergency. Okay, so this is why when Winsher called me up or messaged me about there's death threat when you're alive, Buffy hired me to get rid of you. And he said, I will not do it because malaki ang utang na loob namin sa'yo. Boss, hindi ko magagawa yung pinagagawa sa akin Kahit magkano ibayad niya sa akin, kasi napakalaki ng utang na loob ng pamilya ko sa'yo. Yan ang salita ng isang windshield. Now, I take trip number 4 back to the Philippines because now I needed to answer to a libel case. Buffy sued me for libel. I had to go back and meet with a lawyer that Winshare recommended, because this was going to be the same lawyer that I was going to use to handle the death threats. But then when Winshare went to the lawyer and we're talking, the three of us were talking, the lawyer was like, okay, what's our evidence? And Winshare was like, yeah, man, I wish I had recorded our conversation, how he wanted me dead. And then the lawyer was like, well, yeah, we can't use that in court if you recorded a conversation. So then we thought, do you have it on your text so that we can screenshot and use that? And he didn't have the voice recording, but he has supposedly all the screenshot. Also, that's who Winshare was. And when I took trip number 4, he said, yeah, boss, your life is in danger. I'm going to protect you. You're going to have to hire me as your driver bodyguard. Driver bodyguard. Now, I'm just, again, this is just like the importance of it, okay? And I'm going to address each one of this person this in another YouTube video I'm going to make. Now, when I took that trip number 4, he became my driver. He became my supposed bodyguard. And again, long story short, he attempted to rape me. How? Okay, there's how. So, we'd go out, I have stuff, I have luggage and whatever. He would bring it into my room. But this is like really this is a lengthy, tedious, boring, disgusting story, okay? Because literally, why the hell would I want to talk about this guy attempting to rape me? You think that's something to be proud about? Do you understand how many rape victims out there or were attempted to get raped have kept silence because it is disgusting and it is embarrassing? And I am a 50-year-old woman. I have 4 children. I am married. I've been married for 25 years with 4 children. I live in America, not in the Philippines. Why the hell would this guy think that I was the one flirting with this disgusting human being? Okay? This is not a cool story. Okay? This is disgusting. But anyway, as we speak, the guy has already been picked up and went to jail for the case against him, because I took trip number 5 to sue him for attempted rape. He's already been in jail, but we'll talk about that, okay? And so in this case, these are the people that, once again, Buffy stole 5.2 million of my money. He hires Winshare to kill me. And then you have Judge and Attorney Moana. Guess what? Concocted a deal with Buffy. Like, my gosh. Attorney Moana and Judge charged me a shitload of money to handle my case. And this is why I need you to investigate the judge and Attorney Moana. My lawyers were digging into the record of this judge. He's already have complained. Okay? So now they literally charged me a ridiculous amount. It was outrageous to sue Buffy for syndicated estafa for that 5.2 million. Okay? Now, let me just give you these guys' names. So right now in Manila, I have 4 lawyers, right? I've had to, like, gosh, this is like I'm literally financially bankrupt. This is not even funny. I don't it look, it's almost Christmas. Some of you out there, if you think, oh, it's a bad year, it's a bad Christmas because you don't have any money, think about my situation. Okay? You think, oh, well, you must have a lot of money. The fact that you have 5.2 million to invest on that Buffy guy on Grab. So, what's the sad story in your life? The sad story about it is because of my money, I could have been dead right now. I wouldn't be able to spend Christmas with my children, with my husband. My family would have been devastated. This would have been the worst Christmas because both Buffy and the judge wanted me gone, dead, all because of this money. Because the judge also charged me millions to handle my case and to hire attorney Moana as his partner, who she is freaking weak. I thought they charged me that kind of money because they were the best that Philippines has as far as lawyers are concerned. I thought this is like a dream team. I thought they are charging a lot because they are the best, because they are good. She is weak, literally weak. The case she's handling for me got dismissed. Holy Toledo, how did that happen? And supposedly she's got judge backing her up, right? So here, these are my four lawyers right now in Manila. Okay, I have more handling other cases, but I'm gonna call the other one. Attorney Mabi is the one handling my libel case that he sued me for libel. Okay, Mabi is the lawyer from Mindoro that Winshare recommended to, to, to handle my case because of that death threat. I was going to hire her to do that, right? So then now I also have attorney LJ who's handling my attempted rape case against Winshare, and I have attorney Jack who works with LJ, and then I have attorney Ransangan, I'm going to call him Attorney Ransangan, who was my first lawyer that sent the demand letter to Buffy. And then, look, I literally just wanted to write LOL because this is where Attorney Ransangan received the demand letter from Buffy's lawyer demanding I pay him 20 million pesos as loss of revenue. Like, where is it in the book? Where is it in the book? Where does it say in the Philippines that you get to sue the person who you're scamming and found out that you're scamming her and she pulled out and not want to continue in the business as lost revenue? Like, where is it in the Constitution of the Philippines that is a crime I'm committing? Now, I have these four lawyers, okay? Like I said, right now, I have about 8 lawyers in the Philippines. And it's not cheap. It's very costly. It's literally, I'm like left with zero. I have to charge my plane ticket. I've taken 7 trips in the Philippines, all because of Buffy, all because of this scam that is committed. I've been in the Philippines 7 times just to try to recoup my 5.2 million and all of these people. Okay, my expense, I literally already have to charge it on a credit card. I used to be debt free. I don't have any credit card debt because I don't spend beyond the means because I know how to spend below my means. Hindi ako gastador. Okay? Marunong ako magtipid. Why? I have 4 children. They are in college. Okay? So these four lawyers that I have working right now on my case, each one of these lawyers charge me nothing more than 150,000 pesos each. I'm going to take you back to the judge and Attorney Moana, who is handling my syndicated estafa against Buffy. They charged me 1.3 million. 1.3 million to handle one case against Buffy. Or I guess it's not one case because they split it up. They turned it into 3 cases. They sued Buffy for 1, syndicated estafa, 2, falsification, because we have proof, we have all the proof, okay, that he falsified those documents, that I have those scars, that those scars existed. Case number 3, Estafa 1C. This was the judge idea, to sue him for Estafa 1C because Buffy had me sign blank page of paper so that when I go back to America, when I was there, right? So that when I go back to America, they can process my Grab business, my cars, the title of my car. This was like a last minute thing towards the end when I was getting ready to return to America, when I met up with the judge. And you guys have that picture that I met up with the judge. Like, I met with him twice. Buffy is literally broke, but he likes to play the game as a rich guy. I don't know what it is about this guy. He has this obsession of, wealth, that having wealth is going to make him look, powerful. It's pathetic. It is sad. It is disgusting. This guy. So then I paid that judge 1.3 million, but it's not going to look like I paid that judge because it was through the lawyer, which the lawyer, Attorney Moana's husband, is business partner with judge. Oh, how convenient. How did I find these people? How did I bump into these people? Exactly. Same question I'm asking to myself, and my family's going, what a perfect crime that is happening. So now, when you think about it, with these 4 lawyers, they are handling top cases for me. 1 is handling the libel case. 2 is handling the attempted rape. And then now, Attorney Jack came into the picture just recently, because now they are both helping Attorney Mabi with my libel case. And then this Attorney Ransangan was the one who I hired first to send the demand letter to Buffy, right? These 4 lawyers, they're not small time. They're pretty good. They're experienced. But what I had to spend for these 4 lawyers, how much it cost me for these lawyers, not even a fraction as what Attorney Moana charged me. And that case that Attorney Moana is handling, still in resolution. Holy Toledo. What just happened? Why is Buffy getting away with the syndicated estafa where to this day, I don't have the cars. To this day, I don't have my 5.2 million that he refused to return to me. And Attorney Moana took 1.3 million? Guess what? Colonel Berbar literally told me, be extra careful, because now I've come to find out judge is not a very honorable judge. He's not a nice guy. That is the scary part about it, that you have people that take the oath to defend the victim and to punish criminals. But he cut a deal with Buffy so that my 5.2 million will just go down the drain. That would just be like me flushing down the toilet. So judge manipulated the syndicated estafa that I paid Attorney Moana to handle were the estafa case that they charged me 300,000 just to sue Buffy for estafa once, which I didn't even care about. I just wanted my money back. They charged me 300,000 just to do that. They were trying to make more money to have more cases against Buffy, only to find out they cut a deal. They, as in Attorney Moana and Judge, with Buffy, so that 5.2 million that Buffy took from me, he didn't get to keep it all. So the question is, who is the lesser evil, or who's the greater evil between Judge and Buffy? Who knows? That's between them and God, literally. Like the justice system in the Philippines, God. So literally, for looking at this scheme, it looks like Judge walk away with the most money, because Buffy would have to give Judge a lot of that 5.2 million just so that he doesn't get convicted of syndicated estafa. But wait, why is Buffy willing to do that, to give the judge? Because the judge is controlling the outcome of the case. Like I said, if you think you're having a bad season, a bad Christmas, because you don't have money to buy your wife, your husband, your kids Christmas gift because of money, my family would have to spend Christmas without me. And it's sad. It's sad that there are people in authority that are supposed to uphold the law and punish the criminal is the one selling his soul. They're getting bought out. And then these people from Mindoro, Rimasel, who works at Congress, he's been in Malacanang many times. She showed me pictures of it. This is Colonel, soon to be General, telling me, yeah, be careful. Telling me to be extra careful because of what these people will do. They will go through the extent of getting rid of me, literally killing me, so that the case can be shut down, so that they could just go spend my millions and my 4 children will be motherless. That's the sad reality of how criminals are getting away, because someone is protecting them, because someone was being bribed. And that's what this perfect crime, and these are the people involved. Please watch my other YouTube video, because I will explain to you these people and what else they've done, and the evidence I have, and all the all our conversation. I'm going to walk you through that, how I come to find out what they are plotting against me. It's very malevolent. Literally, I thought I would never meet anyone Christian who in my eyes, to this point in my life, is the most diabolical person. That's Buffy and Judge. And because of those two, Winshare almost raped me. And because of those two, I could have been dead. That's not drama. Don't even think about it. If there's any of you that think you could just roll your eyes and go, whoopity-doo, no sympathy for me, I'm not asking for sympathy. I'm asking that you guys wake up, because you could be the next victim. It could be one of your loved ones that will fall victims of a judge like him, of a scammer like Buffy. You never know. So if there's any of you that wants to judge me in a negative view, that's another problem. Then you become a part of the problem. Because this crime that they are committing, that me being victim of this crime, it's because people are not speaking. People are not exposing these people, because just because I am their victim, that it doesn't mean this is the first time they're committing this crime. I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that I am not their first victim, and I won't be their last. That is what we need to keep in mind. I'm really hoping, I'm really asking, I'm pleading. Please, I'm pleading, I'm begging. You know who you are. Please help me investigate this heinous crime that they are perpetrating. Please, I'm asking you. I'm literally begging you. This must be stopped. I know for a fact, there is already countless of victims out there that are not speaking yet until we expose Buffy. I have a lot of witnesses. These are people who has already been his victims, okay? And that needs to stop. He needs to be stopped. There doesn't need to be any more victims of scam. There's a lot of scams out there. There's a lot of people crying. There's a lot of OFW, people who left their family to work abroad, far, far away from home, only for their money to get scammed in the Philippines. Yeah, I am not an OFW, but yeah, I live in America, but I'm getting scammed in the Philippines, where my only intention was to help so that I can provide opportunity. I thought this was a good thing I was doing, providing opportunity for someone who is struggling. A lot of people are struggling in the Philippines, especially after the pandemic. And this is what Buffy did. Just run away with my money, and then I hired a lawyer to help me recover that 5.2 million. Attorney Moana and judge charged me 1.3 million. Wait, what? Where Attorney Lansangan was handling my case, only charged me 5% of the 1.3 million, 5%. But Rimasel convinced me to get rid of him, to hire Attorney Moana, because Attorney Moana is connected to the judge. Now, I will talk to you about Attorney Moana in another video, because you guys are gonna be blown away. The arrogance in this woman. Wow. So that's it for this one. Please subscribe to my channel so you can watch my other video about this, and I will give you an update on every case.